This could be a proposed recommendation to a problem of an organization. CRM is very, very key. So a case might talk to you about, we'll be looking at some examples. My case might be talking to you about a struggling firm and they are losing their customers. One of the things you could recommend for them is customer relationship management. So what's customer relationship management? When you think about customer relationship management, there are two things that should come to your mind. Not even two. There are three things that should come to your mind. And I call these three things ARM, like your arm, 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 like your arm on your body, yeah, ARM. So first thing is acquisition, second thing is retention, and third thing is management. Other people too call it acquisition, retention, and extension. So R or ARM, ARE or ARM, ARE or ARM. So customer relationship management is basically looking at how you acquire customers, acquiring the customer. And when you acquire the customer, you must retain the customer. You shouldn't let the customer go to buy from somebody else. You should retain the customer, very, very key. Then after you retain the customer, you must manage the customer or extend your products or services that you may have to the customer or other customers. So let me explain. Let me explain a little bit deeper. So you have acquisition. Acquisition is basically getting the customer. I remember there was a time when we were in school and one of these banks, they realized that students had come to school. So what did they do? They sent agents, and the agents will help you fill an account there and then. I think it was one of those banks, EcoBank or TTB, something like that. To get accounts, they did that to get accounts. So they acquired customers. Then there's another thing called retention. You have to retain the customer. That's a whole different job. You retain the customer by constantly giving them value. Then you also have management or extension, or I prefer to call it extension, which includes activities around cross-selling and upselling. So when we say cross-selling is simply you sell a product to a customer. You sell a different product to a customer. So a typical example would be, let's say you go to LG to go and buy a fridge. Then what they manage to let you do during your purchase or even later is to sell you their TV. That's cross-selling. Then there's also upselling. Upselling where there's money to sell you something that is higher in price than what you originally bought. That's customer, you are extending, the value you derive from the customer. So that's cross-selling. Cross-selling is basically the customer is on one product, but you make him buy another product of similar value. Then upselling, the customer is on one product, but you make him buy another product of a higher value. You move him to a higher value. You make him buy something of a higher value. So these are things that go on. So let me explain. For those of you, some of you might realize that maybe your telecommunication company is MTN. So from behind, you know that, oh, this person is on this particular product. So what we will try to do is we'll try to show you other products that might be of interest to you, because we want you to cross-sell. So maybe you buy a 5 CD product. We show you another 5 CD product that you might also want or that you might also need. That's cross-selling. Then upselling would be, we'll try to move you from the 5 CD product to maybe a 10 CD product. Same customer. Okay, so you have CRM. So that's well explained. But what's the benefits or the relevance of CRM? The benefit of CRM is that it helps you to analyze the preferences of customers. It helps you to check, okay, what are the preferences of these customers? And it helps you to profile your customers as well. It helps you to know the characteristics and needs of individual customers and groups of customers. So it helps you to, profile. When you say profile your customers, basically their characteristics. When they come to your shop, what do they buy? It's just like what YouTube does. For those of you who like to YouTube a lot, if you YouTube, maybe let's say you go to YouTube to watch finance videos, what they will do is suggest to you more finance videos because they understand you. They understand your profile as a customer. Or maybe when you go to online to buy something or look at certain things or dresses, they will suggest similar dresses to you because they understand your characteristics. So those are some of the benefits of customer relationship management. It's very, very important. An organization that acquires customers but does not retain them will suffer. An organization that acquires customers and retains them but does not extend more products to the customer they've retained will also not make a lot of money. So acquisition, retention, extension, very, very important. Very, very important. Does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions so far? Okay. So customer relationship management has 3 levels. It has analytics. Analytics, very, very important. Analytics. Analytics. Like the case we had in last sitting, one of the things that came up was, customer relationship management. Very, very important. So analytics is important for CRM. You need to analyze customers' buying patterns. When they go to your shop, what do they buy? You'd want to know, because you can't sell me something I'm not interested in. You can't sell me something I'm not interested in. So your analytics is important. Then you have your operations, which supports the marketing and the customer service processes. That's your operations. Then you have collaboration. Collaboration is where organizations have interaction with customers, through email and phone calls. So you need to collaborate. You need to talk to your customer. You need to get them engaged. That's what we call customer engagement. Customer engagement. One of the things that we used to do was we used to engage our customers a lot. So we pull up a list of inactive customers that were like, we saw that they were not buying, maybe for about 3 months, 0 revenue to us. So we have to engage them. We have to resurrect them. So we send them messages. We try to engage them so that they come back and do a purchase for us. So these are the 3 levels of customer relationship management. You have analytics, operations, and collaborations. All these things work together for your effective customer relationship management. So always remember ARE and AOC. So acquisition, retention, extension. Then you have the 3 levels, which is analytics, operations, and collaboration. Okay. So we've talked a little bit about customer relationship management. Now let's move into resources and competencies. Resources and competencies. Resources and competencies. So what are resources and competencies? A resource is basically any asset, skill, knowledge, anything, asset, skill, knowledge, process, that is an entity controls. That an entity controls. So it could be either human resources, physical resources, financial resources, intellectual resources. Could be any of them. So you know what human resources are? Sorry.